50 Cent never holds back when he speaks, and this time, he set his sights on one of the biggest names in basketball, LeBron James. The rap mogul, known for his unfiltered opinions and fearless attitude, has issued a warning that could shake up the entire sports world. According to 50 Cent, LeBron's legacy is at serious risk, and the threat isn't coming from the media, haters, or even his on-court rivals. No, the danger is much closer to home. His own son, Bronny James. This isn't just some wild internet rumor. 50 Cent, who has been deeply involved in entertainment, sports culture, and even business rivalries, has built a reputation for predicting major shakeups before they happen. When he speaks, people listen. And now, he's making it clear. LeBron James' legacy isn't as untouchable as it seems. The issue: expectations. LeBron has spent over 2 decades building one of the most dominant careers in basketball history. He's not just an athlete. He's a brand, an icon, a global phenomenon. His name carries weight like few others in the sports world. But with that level of success comes pressure. And now that pressure has shifted to his son, Bronny. Everyone expects Bronny to follow in his father's footsteps, to carry the torch and continue the legacy. But 50 Cent is warning that this might be the exact thing that destroys everything LeBron has worked for. The NBA has seen this story before. A legendary player builds an empire, only for expectations to crush the next generation. Michael Jordan's sons, Marcus and Jeffrey, never made it to the league. They lived under the enormous shadow of their father, struggling to step out and create their own path. Magic Johnson's son, E.J. Johnson, chose a completely different path, becoming a celebrity in his own right, but staying far away from basketball. The weight of being a legend's child isn't easy to carry. And now, Bronny James is facing that same overwhelming pressure. Bronny is talented, there's no doubt about that. He's a solid player, with the skills and the athleticism to compete at a high level. But talent alone isn't enough. The NBA is ruthless. It doesn't care about last names. If you're not elite, you get exposed fast. And that's where the problem lies. The world isn't just expecting Bronny to be good. They're expecting him to be a superstar, just like his father. But what if he can't live up to that? What if he struggles, falls short, or simply doesn't have the same drive that made LeBron a legend? That's where 50 Cent's warning comes in. He's seen it happen before, and he knows how brutal the world can be when expectations aren't met. The moment Bronny steps onto an NBA court, every move will be analyzed, every mistake will be magnified, and every bad game will be compared to LeBron's greatness. The internet doesn't forgive. Social media will be ruthless. Memes will be made. Analysts will tear him apart. The same sports media that worships LeBron today will turn on Bronny the second he struggles. And when that happens, it won't just be Bronny's career on the line. It'll be LeBron's entire legacy. Imagine this. Bronny enters the NBA and fails to live up to the hype. He struggles, gets benched, and eventually fades into the background. What does that do to LeBron's legacy? It plants a seed of doubt. People start questioning whether LeBron's greatness was really as dominant as it seemed. They start wondering if maybe the era he played in wasn't as tough as people thought. If his own son, raised in the best conditions possible, trained by the best coaches, and given every advantage, still can't succeed. What does that say about LeBron? That's the danger. And here's where Stephen A. Smith comes into play. The outspoken ESPN analyst has been warning about this for years. He's repeatedly said that the pressure on Bronny is unfair, that the comparisons to LeBron are ridiculous, and that putting this much weight on the shoulders of a young player could be disastrous. Now, 50 Cent is echoing that sentiment, but with even more intensity. He's not just saying it's a challenge. He's saying it could be the one thing that ruins LeBron's legacy entirely. LeBron has always been obsessed with controlling his narrative. He carefully crafts his image, making sure that every move he makes strengthens his legacy. But this is one thing he can't control. No matter how much he trains Bronny, no matter how much media spin he tries to put on it, once Bronny steps onto that court, it's out of his hands. If Bronny thrives, LeBron's legacy grows even stronger. But if he fails, the fallout will be massive. Think about how ruthless NBA fans can be. We've seen legends disrespected over the smallest things. Kobe Bryant had people doubting his legacy after a few bad seasons. Michael Jordan had people trying to erase his greatness because of his Washington Wizards years. If Bronny doesn't meet expectations, the critics won't hold back. They'll say LeBron's dominance was overhyped. They'll say he was never on Jordan's level. They'll say the GOAT debate was never even close. 50 Cent's warning isn't about hating on Bronny or disrespecting LeBron. It's about understanding the brutal reality of expectations. It's about recognizing how quickly the narrative can shift. One wrong move, one failed experiment, and everything LeBron has built could be questioned. That's the risk. That's the danger. And that's why this conversation is so important. LeBron is in a unique position. He wants to play in the NBA with his son, something that has never been done at this level. But at what cost? If Bronny isn't truly ready, if he's being rushed into the league just for the sake of history, the consequences could be devastating. 50 Cent sees the writing on the wall, and he's not afraid to say it. The question now is, will LeBron listen? Will he take this warning seriously? Or will he push forward, hoping that everything works out? One thing is for sure, the world will be watching. And when the moment comes, when Bronny finally takes that first step onto an NBA court, the pressure will be unlike anything we've ever seen before. If he succeeds, it will be one of the greatest stories in sports history. But if he fails, well, that's exactly what 50 Cent is warning about.